right, we have combat documentation operational. So first I'm going to go through, I'm going to just scroll through the images, take a look at each one. All right, so let's talk about them. All right, good image, good use of slow shutter to show the immediacy in this and trying to transport this patient to where they need to go. The light doesn't quite work for this situation. It takes a minute to realize that it is a patient, but it's very well done. Great photo. I would almost say that this could also work in portrait too. It's about as murk as it gets, so awesome. This is easily one of the best photos I've seen of this nature. I love it. This is where that whole Dutch tilt works, right? You've got the camera tilted towards where this body is tilted towards too, as they're heading up the mountain. Just this combat immediacy that you want to feel when you're looking at these photos. So great photo there. Word of advice when you're sending photos up for a competition, these all seem to be shot by the same person here, and they're all very similar. So pick your best one out of your 5 and use that. It's a great social media cover post, but that's about it. Good aerial shot. I see a lot of these, but they're always cool. Again, same advice, out of these 3, pick your best one and send on up, because there's a sort of visual fatigue that happens for judges when they're looking at them, and you want to put forward your best. This is a great image. I think it could use a crop, but I love this. It shows this teamwork out in a combat environment, and they're coming together and getting the job done no matter what it takes. And the colors are great. Everything about the photo, compositionally, it's pretty good. Would love to play with this in the future and work it so that it compositionally makes the most sense. Good job. These are always cool photos. You see them a lot of the time. I almost hope that I see somebody out there trying to do something maybe a little bit different out there with even a longer lens. See if you can do something unique here. But year after year, this is the image I see. It's super cool. It's always going to get interest. But perhaps there's something in the future that we can do to make it even more interesting. Great, good photo. I can't tell if it's water or if you're if you need to do some camera cleaning. So perhaps get that checked. Cool photo. Somebody took advantage of an air refueling opportunity to get a close-up of this jet, so it's pretty awesome. I love the colors and just that contrast there. This is also really cool. It has a pretty awesome cinematic feel, a little bit of a film feel because it's, you know, nighttime, you're using that ISO up there, but it looks really cool. That's an awesome image. It's beautiful. It's also, you know, operational. These guys are loading up, and you took the time to compose it really well. You got the stars in the background. You got, you know, your C-130, and then you guys just loading up. The colors are great, so I love this image. I think I saw this also in feature. When you're building your portfolios and submitting, you know, try to submit for, you know, the category you think is going to be in the most strongest. And this is this looks like, since this is a ComDoc situation, operational, this looks like it's real world. So for that, I mean, that's cool too. So take that into consideration as well. So that's it for ComDoc. We'll look at what I saw rose to the top. Here are those images. Definitely some good ones to go through and check out. I was pretty impressed with some of these. But I bet you were wondering how I scored everything. All right. So again, great aerial photo. This one, you know, real world, so you got to take that in consideration. Beautiful. It's definitely going to be one of my top picks. Solid imagery. Good job, guys. Love this image. All right, so here's your top 5. We got 2 honorable mentions and then a first, second, and third. First up is this image here. It's real world, difficult to get. They got this image, so good job there. Second honorable mention is this killer shot of this F-16 during an air refueling mission. I always love it when photogs go out there and get their air refueling shot, but also try to get some other solid shots too. The other thing I like about this image is just how, you know, overexposed just slightly it is, and it actually makes this shot a lot better, right? So I love what they did with the exposure on here. I love the vantage point. Just great image. Third place here, I think this could use a crop, but between the colors, the composition, and just what it represents, with these guys out here doing their operational mission, looks like the middle of the night on this Navy ship, great job. So third place there. Second, also great composition, middle of the night, stars, you know, everybody loves the stars, but beyond that, these colors are pretty solid. And it's not just somebody sitting down with the stars gleaming above. They're actually doing an operational mission, getting ready to load up on this C-130 and carry on with their business. I definitely appreciate it, and so for that, it's a second place in my eyes. And the first place, this one is just about as good as it gets. You're talking about an image that makes you feel like you're there. It's almost a feature feel, right? See it how they see it, feel it how they feel it. And the Dutch tilt, the colors, you know, just the slight blur motion. It all works very well to make you feel like you're in this expedited environment that these guys are in. So that's your first place image. Congratulations to all the winners and honorable mentions.